Good morning. And my allergies is kicking today. Ooh, that's why I look like I'm crying. Good Lord. I don't know what it is, but it is kicking my behind today. And good morning, Ama, Divine Design, and all of the rest of the folks on here that I can't see. I guess T gonna pop in whenever she can. I know she busy because usually she call me in the morning and say, Turk, go live before they cut us off on Facebook. So I know she busy today, y'all. Yep. But how's everybody doing this morning? I'm crying, but it's not because I'm in a somber mood or something happened. It's because these allergies are kicking my behind. But other than that, today is a beautiful day. I'm excited. I'm going to New Birth Ministries today. Pastor Jamal Bryant is the pastor there, and he'll have a guest speaker from Simi Valley, California, Prophet Lovi Elias. Excuse me. And I will be attending, so if they allow, I will be taking some pictures and stuff and some videos, and maybe I could shoot them to T and she could put something on. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, Lord. Yep. But it's getting rough in Florida. Last night, the outer bands were starting to hit the first parts of Florida. And they said the storm surge was like 2 feet already. And they're expecting it to really be bad. So we need to be praying for those people today. Yep. Hold on 1 second. I'm pulling the tea this morning. I'm coming, don't y'all panic. I'll be right back. I'm getting my allergy medicine. Oh. Got my allergy med. 1 second. I'm back. Let's get into it. All right.
You can't do me.
Huh?
You can't do me. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. What make you think you could do me?
Because I done known you that long.
Talking about, I got to go do a tea this morning.
Yeah, look, walk away from the camera and keep talking.
This goddamn thing. I got to go. Hey, good morning, Leisha, Alma, all of y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I got to go. Hell just broke loose again. I see.
She was trying. She was trying. Oh, man. Ooh, I'm in bad shape. My eyes won't stop running. I know what it is, though. It's winter pollen and it's mold season. See, when it's hot and dry, the mold is prevalent. But when right in the beginning of fall, when it starts to taper off with the heat, the mold starts to become more prevalent and strong. So when we get this rain from this storm, that'll take some of this pollen and stuff out of the air. Yep.
Well, good morning. Good morning, Burma. Good morning.
Be prepared for the whole eastern seaboard to get hit with a lot of rain. Yep.
Good morning. I tried. Yeah, I got disconnected here. So Turk is going to be handling the show today, y'all. I just popped in just to say good morning to you guys. I am really sitting here. I'm actually working. So I'm logged in. But I'm watching.
I like your blouse, T.
Huh?
I like your blouse.
It's so old. Thank you. This is old, for real old, like 1970s old.
I still like it. I like the colors and the patterns in it.
Thank you. Yep, it's flowers. It's big flat roses or something. What's that flower? It's some type of flower. I can't really tell if it's a rose or what. But yeah, I like the colors in it because it's got a lot of colors, but it's warm. That's why I got.
Oh, it's cold there this morning?
Yes, honey. It's 57, 46 degrees.
Oh, well, it was kind of nippy here last night. We dipped down into like 53, 54. I turned the heat on.
Yeah, it's 46 degrees here. Child, I can't wait till I'm finished with this one here so I can get me some sleep. But I wanted to come on and say we are going to have on a guest tomorrow. Let me be the one to tell you. Tomorrow we're going to have the Edenic Experience on. Nazi Mikael Elbin will be on tomorrow. He is with the Edenic Experience, and he is an herbalist healer. He is a certified nutritionist, dietitian. He is Hebraic Bantu, and yeah, he is in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh.
We will be talking about all of the Edenic Experience, the natural healing, all of the great things that people don't know nothing about. Things that heal the body, things that are simple that you can basically do in your own home, things that just to get your body and your health back in alignment. And what really got me with it was the fact that I watched Angela Means, who is Felicia, on from Friday. She was talking about diet, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. A lot of people need to hear this. So basically, what she was talking about, let me go into it for you for a second.
You get on this medicine to mask all these symptoms created by what you're putting in your body. And we're allowed to eat a lot of things that I was saying is banned in other countries. They're living longer in other countries because Their governments are afraid of them. We're afraid of our government. So we accept garbage on the shelves. You go into the average American grocery store, nothing on the shelf is edible. Nothing should be consumed on any of it. Processed foods, and a lot of vegans are going to get in trouble because they're going from meat to this processed meat, and it's going to cause a lot of problems eventually, and it's going to come back on the vegan community as if, listen, your body is delicate. You are a delicate, beautiful machine. And when you overwork your insides, you become sick. We are really frutivores. I go 1 week out of the month, I eat only fruit, raw fruit. I'll eat an entire watermelon, oranges, mangoes, grapes, melon. And I clean my system out, and my energy shoots through the roof. People say, oh, we got fangs. That's been dispelled. The hippopotamus has the biggest fangs in the world, and they're herbivores.
Yeah.
So my muscles, I need my protein. Where does the cow get his protein? Where does the horse get his protein? Where does the gorilla get his protein? Gorillas eat berries and twigs. And the gorilla could come through here and rip this place up.
Mm-hmm.
We have been indoctrinated in the church. And we have been led to believe that all we have to do is pray over our food and it ain't going to hurt us. That is 75% of the case. Oh, I just pray over my food. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to have my meat. Well, in actuality, you're not meant to eat meat. And particularly melanated people are not meant to eat acidic foods. Melanated people are meant to consume alkaline foods. Food. Doctors be killing.
She said, I wanted to see y'all. She said, doctors be killing. I gotta
She
go.
telling the truth.
Doctors be killing motherfuckers.
Wait.
Food is the number one killer. And I'll go so far as to say, doctors be killing motherfuckers. Third leading cause of death is medical malpractice, is
Yep.
misuses of medicine. That is the
That's
third
what killed my father. Over medicated.
to mask all these symptoms created.
Third leading cause of death. And I want
You
you
never
all,
hear that on the news.
no, you're not going to hear that on the news because it's controlled. The news is controlled by the powers that be.
BlackRock.
Yeah. You're not going to hear it on the news. You're never going to hear that on the news. Because, like I said, the news is the powers that be. And the people who want you to hear what they want you to hear, that's all you're going to hear. Is what they want you to hear.
Yeah.
So they control the dynamics of the news and what's being said. I'll be right back.
Well, everybody, have your pad and a pen tomorrow, because I'm gonna definitely have mine. We need to take notes. Yep, that's gonna be a good show. Yes, indeed. I came in here, got my medicine. I ain't getting nothing to drink. That was smart. I know it's cold because my brother didn't stay outside. He usually go out and sit outside at least for a couple of hours first thing in the morning. But when it's cold, he don't be out that long. Yep. But yeah, I was watching a program, and they were talking about all of the chemicals that they allow in the food. As a matter of fact, it was a doctor that's in the Nation of Islam. He was talking about it, um, how they spread out nuclear waste over land, and then they allow them to plant food on it. I mean, thousands of acres of land where there has been contaminated with waste that's from nuclear fallout, from different nuclear power plants. Just like in Braidwood, Illinois, they have heat exchange lakes that they use to cool the reactors. And they stock them with fish. So if they're cooling off nuclear reactors, they have to be indoctrinated with some type of chemical backlash from cooling off those reactors, and then that water is circulated. It's put back into the lake to cool off, and then it pulls cool water in to cool off the reactors. And so I don't know what that would do to the fish, but people actually fish and eat that fish because they think the water's clean, and the water stays warm even in the winter. And so it it allows the fish to be more active all year. So the fish get big fast. So people start, eating that stuff. Catching these big largemouth bass, and you know catfish and brim and white bass and smallmouth bass, and they got a lot of types of fish in there, hybrid fish, and then they grow bigger than regular fish because that water is they're breeding more, and they're more active year round because of the water temperature. And so it's perfect breeding grounds for the fish, and the fish think it's spring and summer all year round, and it could be below zero. But when that water comes off of those reactors, it's got to be contaminated some kind of way, coming in contact with it. But they do that all over the country because everywhere they got nuclear power plants that they use for power, they have heat exchange lakes. Even in Florida, they got one. I forget the name of it, but in Florida, they fish there. But that water stays warm all the time anyway. But it's connected to the St. Johns River. It's a inlet lake that's fed from the St. Johns River, and it's the St. Johns River is connected to the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic Ocean because it runs straight through the whole state of Florida. It runs down the middle of it. It's ran all the way in the Sanford, Florida, where Trayvon Martin's parents live, where he got shot. And it runs past there in the Winter Garden, Florida, all the way down to the Keys, through Miami. That river runs all the way through from the Atlantic Ocean all the way to the Gulf, and it runs backwards just like the Nile. I think it's only 3 rivers that run backwards. All rivers usually run from north to south, but they run from south to north. And it's only 3 rivers that do that. I know it's the Nile, the St. John's, and then I can't remember the other one. I had to research that. Wait a minute. Google. Isn't that great? What 3 rivers run backwards? Wow. The Chicago River, the St. John's River, and the Nile. No, it's only 2. The Chicago River doesn't flow backwards, but it does flow different than other rivers. But it's only 2 rivers in the world that flow from south. And I had it backwards. It's from south to north. I did say that instead of north to south. It's the St. John's and the Nile. Those are the only 2 rivers that flow north. Now they got hundreds of rivers that flow that run north, but they don't flow north. The only ones that flow due north are the St. John's and the Nile. I thought it was 3 though. Now they have the Kishwaukee River. I don't even know where this is. Oh, it's in Africa too. I know I'm saying that wrong. That's crazy. Yep. Oh, and let's check the storm surge on Florida. I'm going to keep an eye on that. I didn't turn on the TV this morning. I should have. That's all right. Next best thing, YouTube. Live news. Oh man, Shaq's daughter can dunk a basketball. Yep, she shoot hoop. She pretty too. She look like her mama. Okay, let's see. I don't need to install that. Here we go. They always want you to subscribe. That's what it was looking like last night. They talking about relax, good night. Use some headphones. Man, I lived in Florida for 13, almost 14 years. When them storms is going and you hear them, they sound like train whistles. The water is, the wind is so high, it's like, and when you hear that and your windows is boarded up and you can't see, it is not a good feeling. Exact time the winds arrive and more of a ballpark. It's getting ready to make landfall in a couple of hours. Let's put this out through the rest of the afternoon here. We are talking sometimes. But the outer bands hit it last night, so they've been getting rain since about 2 o'clock last night. It's moving at 9 miles per hour, but the wind is 120 miles per hour, gale force winds. Gale force means that's a constant speed, not a slow down and then build back up. Gale force means that's the constant flow of the speed of the flow. This is crazy. This is a big hurricane. This hurricane started off 500 miles wide. That's huge.
It's from Tampa's radar, so it's a ways away. And by the time the beam gets down here to Southwest Florida, that radar beam gets here to Southwest Florida, because of the curvature of the Earth, it's fairly high up in the air. So these aren't an exact representation of what the winds are going to be. But we are talking now right offshore, Tampa's radar. And as I look at how far away we are, we're talking, about an 8,000 foot elevation. So this is way up in the air, but you take 20 miles off of that, there's your hurricane force winds arriving in Sanibel and Captiva as we speak. So if you've chosen to ride out the storm in Sanibel and Captiva, this is the wind threat now. The surge threat increases through the day, but this is the time for you that I want you to be sure you're getting in that safe space. So the Lee County Islands, Fort Myers Beach, Pine Island, I want you to get to that interior room as the winds are going to pick up here quite a bit in the next few minutes. I'll get back to my track and draw it again for you so we can get those times. I'll expand it a little bit to include that outer sort of rain band here too.
That's going to be ugly.
North and northeast as the motion has been all morning long with the end.
and people riding it out that's down there on the tip of the panhandle. Ooh. See, in Jacksonville, it's not out as far on the peninsula as say from Orlando down is really extended out into the ocean. Jacksonville is right connected to Georgia and not South Carolina. I mean, well, it doesn't touch South Carolina. It really just touches Georgia and Alabama and and a piece of Mississippi, because it gets skinny and it goes across the bottom part of the continent in the United States. But that's going to be ugly, because when it comes up inside the Gulf, it just spins around and it keeps it in there. And by us having global warming and that water being warmer, those storms speed up. And they do have mandatory evacuation. Alicia was saying she saw some parts of Florida mandatory. I got cousins that stay in Tampa. They had to evacuate. But I do have one cousin. She say she's not leaving. She just had her house boarded up. But it's not the winds that's going to be the problem, even though they have a chance of tornadoes out of these hurricanes. But what the problem is going to be is the storm surge, the flooding. It's all the water, because when those winds get high and stir up that ocean, it's like taking a glass of water and then you shake it back and forth, that water, and it's going to go over the lip. And when it goes over the land, it goes into the interior. And then it comes back, and then it goes back in. It's like being at the beach, and you see the wave come in, and it comes in and strong, and then it goes back out. And when it goes back out, it's taking cars, boats, houses, animals, whatever is out there loose, because it's taking topsoil, plants, trees, grass. When it draws back to that ocean, it's pulling all of that stuff right back. So it's very dangerous. When I was in Jacksonville, we had a storm surge of 4 feet. And they're talking about a storm surge of up to 12 feet. That means it's going to be houses like in when they had Hurricane Katrina. That storm surge was 14 feet. But then Florida isn't below sea level like Louisiana. Louisiana's like a bowl. Once it go over the lip, it just fill up. So Florida is a little different. You know, it's I don't think it's below sea level at all. I'm not sure about that. But I'm gonna find out. Let me see. Let's ask this and find out. Is Florida below sea level?
According to Florida Center for Instructional Technology, University of South
It's
Florida,
320 feet above sea level. And if it's gonna be 12, they say it ranges from 0 to 320 feet above sea level. So that means it is level with sea level, and it goes up to 320 feet above. So that means where it's level, if they get 12 feet of storm surge, that's 12 foot of water that will be on land. So if that happens, everything under 12 feet will be underwater. And that's rough. Because 12 feet, most houses, if it's a ranch and it's not a two-story house is about 18 feet. Because most ceilings in a home are 9 to 10 feet. Now, if you got vaulted ceilings and stuff like that, then your house might be 25 or 30 feet high. But if it's a ranch, that house will be totally submerged. If you got 12-foot ceilings, which is very high for a ceiling, and after that is vaulted. But most regular ceiling height is 8 or 9 feet, or in a regular house. So that will be totally underwater. So that means people had to stand on their roofs of their house or go in their attics and chop a hole in the roof so that they could get out through the top. So that's going to be dangerous. That's going to be real ugly. Yep. So we need to pray for the folks there.
Hey guys, it's Daniel here.
Yeah, they're talking about this is going to be life-threatening.
And also make sure that you're staying away from any down power lines or watch out for the
and not to mention power lines and electricity. You know, I used to work for Florida Power and Light when I was there cutting trench. When they had the boost and all of the homes that they were building there. And I used to drive a backhoe and I cut trench because they put the electricity underground now, but they do have areas where the electricity is above. And so when them lines go down, now that water is electrified. Now, when it's buried, it's not as bad because the boxes that they put them in and the pipe run underground, all of that stuff is insulated for water. But those power lines that run to the grid, all of that stuff is above ground. And if it's damaged in any way, then the water is electrified. And you know, water is a great conductor of electricity. And in contrast to what people think, so is dirt. People think, oh, well, if electricity is on the ground, it's grounded. Yeah, but guess what? The ground is electrified. If you're walking in an area and it's electrified, the ground itself, as soon as you walking, when you walk, you pick your feet up. As soon as you walk in an area that's electrified and you raise 1 foot above the ground, now you've created negative and positive. It could go in your foot in the ground and travel through your body and arc into that other foot and connect back to the ground, and it'll fry everything in your body. Bye-bye. Peace out. But if you're in an area that's electrified and you keep both feet on the ground and you don't pick them up and you shuffle your feet, you can walk out of the area. But the thing is, you don't know how far you have to walk away before it's not electrified. And so you have to keep on shuffling for about at least a block away from the area where you're at that's electrified. That's only if the power line is touching the dirt. If it's wet, then that'll expand it. And even if you have on rubber sole shoes, it don't matter. Everything is a conductor of electricity. Rubber, wood, it don't matter. It can electrify anything. It might not be able to penetrate the inside of it, but the outside layer, if it's got dust on it, will make it a conductor of electricity. I know because I took a line clearance class. As an arborist and you cutting down trees and you working around electricity, then you have to know what you can do around electricity and what you can't. And most of the time we always call and have them kill the power when you know you're going to be working around stuff that's electrified, because that's very dangerous. Very. Man, this hurricane is so wide, it's going to cover the whole state of Florida. From the Gulf to the Atlantic side. It won't be the eye where all of the serious damage will be done, because once it hits the ground, then it slows it down. But the outer bands are going to cover the whole state. Garages and porches, even screened-in porches, can allow CO to come into the building. Only refuel the generator when it is in the off position. This is crazy. And they're saying on the news right now that it's more people dying from using generators after the hurricane than the hurricane killing them itself. From lighting the generators, you know, they burn gas and people bringing them in the house. That's carbon dioxide. Everybody in the house dead for electricity. I don't know what make them think that you could light something that burns gas in your home. And chainsaws. They're talking about people using chainsaws. This is crazy. Fort Myers is going to be hit very hard. This is live right now. See how that water is constantly coming in and not going back? That's what storm surge is called. Where the water comes in and it doesn't go back out. That's storm surge. See how it looks like somebody is pouring a bucket and it's just all flowing one way and it's not going back. It's just a constant flow coming in one wave after the other and nothing going back. That's what storm surge is. And that's Fort Myers. And that's a boardwalk. Man, if folks that live in Fort Myers need to get out of there. Yep. That's Prophet Louis right there. That's who me and my sister's going to see tonight. Louis Elias. He a young pastor, and his discernment and how he break down scripture is better than any other preacher I'd ever heard. T.D. Jakes, you know, he breaks stuff down, and a lot of other good pastors out there and stuff that break the word down nice, but the way Lovey break it down, he even break down stuff that other folks deem demonic as people giving the devil too much credit for, like, your third eye. He say that's just your mind's eye, and it should be open. That's part of your discernment. He talks about the pineal gland. He talk about astral projection. He talk about all of the stuff that people older in the church, oh, that's the devil. That's the devil. You know, when is all power come from God, even the power that the devil has. Where he get his power from? His creator. So, you know, how can a witch be stronger than your God? You know, how can a shaman or all of these, what they deem as demonic folks, be stronger than your God? I don't think so. Hey, Frugal, good morning. Yeah, we was just talking about the hurricane and how you should react to stuff in the hurricanes and electricity when the ground is electrified. Just really just kind of stay on subject with this hurricane, because we really need to be praying for the Floridians. And, you know, I got family down there. I got 4 nieces. I got 4 nieces. I got a daughter, 2 grandkids, 3 nephews and 4 nieces. Plus I got cousins that are grown down there. Not to mention husbands of my daughter and my one of my nieces. Then I got a cousin. He's single. His family stays down there. His ex-wife and kids stay in Florida. So I got a lot of family down there. Then I got cousins that are older than me that stay in Tampa. They evacuated. So I got a lot of family down there. Almost 30 people. Yep. So the ones that stay in Tampa one family in Tampa moved. I got one cousin, she hard-headed, she's hunkering down. But she's been in Florida for almost 25 years. So these hurricanes don't really mean nothing to her, because she done been through so many of them. Yep. Karen say this is scary for everyone. I have friends and co-workers in Florida, and she praying for everyone. Yep. And actually here in Georgia, we're going to get hit by the hurricane, but we won't get the winds. By the time they get to us, they'll only be like 30 to 40 miles per hour gale force. That means 30 or 40 miles per hour constantly. You know, that's not blow and then it let up. you know, like the wind blow and then it calm down and then it pick up again. No, gale force mean that speed is constant. It don't stop. So 30 to 40 miles per hour gale force winds are strong enough to shut down bridges in Florida, because you know the bridges in Florida are made to move, because the hurricanes that hit it. So they make the bridges, most of them are suspension bridges and they're flexible. So you can't drive on it. And they show it on the news. Those bridges be twisting and blowing with the wind, but they're made to give and not break. Or else they would have to replace them, you know, every time. Yep. Patti LaBelle got sick on stage in the middle of singing If Only You Knew. I just heard about that. That's 10 days ago. I guess she all right. I haven't heard anything about it. I had to look into that. Yep. But tomorrow, we're gonna have a guest on. He's a certified herbologist. I can't say his name is African. T even struggled with it, and she didn't write it down for me to sound it out or anything. So just tune in tomorrow and bring a pen and a pad so you can take some notes, because it's going to be very interesting and very helpful, health oriented wise. So it should be a pretty good show. So T, tomorrow's Thursday, so T should be on, unless she get called in and have to come on. I mean, have to work. So I think she'll be there. Blood Brother Mike said, "Oh damn, I'm late." Yep, because I'm getting ready to get off of here. It's 9:50. I most certainly am. But I was just talking about the hurricane, Blood Brother Mike. But tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the show. We're going to have a guest on, and the guy's a certified herbologist. So it should make for a good show for information on healthy living and good stuff that we could eat for our bodies and all of that good stuff. Blood Brother Mike, did you know that Patti LaBelle got sick in Ohio while she was performing on stage? I know you the music historian. If you know anything about what happened, put it in the comments. Yeah, they got her performing, and she's looking good though. She's dancing and doing her thing, and you didn't know about it either. Yeah, I'm gonna look into into that myself. Yeah, but I think we ought to pray for the people in Florida this morning before we close out, and you know, hit a few things, you know, just to cover them. So let's get that started so I can get up off of here and go get me something to drink, because I went and got my allergy medicine and didn't get nothing to drink. And I ain't want to keep leaving the screen blank, burning T's dollars with nobody in front of the screen. Yep. So, oh Lord, let's do like T. Take a couple of deep breaths. Get your shoulders and stuff nice and loose and comfortable. Breathe in. Hold it. Exhale. When you breathe in through your nose, and then exhale out of your mouth. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. All right. Father, we just thank you this morning. We come humbly to your throne, and we just ask you to cover the people in Florida right now, everyone that would be in harm's way. We ask you that you would calm the winds and the waters and make them recede early, and to cover them from danger seen and unseen. We ask you that you would cover all of the animals and the plant life in Florida, that it would have minimal damage. We ask you that people would use wisdom when they would use these generators and chainsaws, that there would be less fatalities and damage to families and family members. We ask you that you would allow the food supply and the supply chain to be able to serve the people after the storm, that people would not go without food and water and medications. And we also ask you that you would cover all of the senior citizens buildings and facilities and assisted living facilities in Florida, that they would be able to evacuate everybody in a safe manner, and that everyone that's not being evacuated would be safe and sound in their facilities. And we ask you that millions of people that expect to lose power will not be powerless, that they would be able to continue their function, as it still gets hot there. And so they need their air conditioning, and they need their refrigerators running for food. And we just ask you that you would cover them right now in your mighty name. And we just thank you for knowing these things will be done. And we have faith that you will keep people safe. In the mighty name of Yeshua, amen. Oh, and Shana Tova. Happy Rosh Hashanah. It's Jewish New Year. We're in the 10 days of and the 10 days of is like some miracles, signs, and wonders happen in these 10 days. And so we ask you, by it being Rosh Hashanah, that miracles, signs, and wonders would happen in Florida for all of the people there, that you would keep them safe. Amen and amen. And so after that being said and done, reach back and give back. Somebody needs your smile. Somebody might need a glass of water. Somebody just might need your ear. Let them vent. Somebody just might need to let you speak to them, so they could get stuff off of their hearts, just a release. Some people might need $1 or $2 for whatever they're going to use it for. If it's on your heart, to share something. And if you got old clothes or old shoes that's just taking up space, don't be hoarding. And it's about to get cold. People going to need blankets. People are going to need hats, gloves in the colder climate areas. Fall is coming in. You got old coats and hats and stuff that you done bought something new and you're not going to wear it anymore. Or even your kids. There's a lot of homeless kids and children out here. So they have centers where you can donate that stuff to, so they can get to people that need it. So just have a heart for the folks out here, y'all, and love on humanity. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'm going to see if I can get Now, if I stop T, then she gonna pray again, and she gonna reach back and give back, and she even gonna say, "Love, peace, soul, and hair grease." And if your scalp is itching, go wash and condition. And seeing how I already said it, she don't need to repeat it. So y'all have a good day. We'll see y'all tomorrow on In My Element with Neela, and I'm your co-host Turk. And so, folks, I'm out of here. Y'all have a safe and blessed day. And we'll see you tomorrow with our special guest, the herbologist. I can't say his name. And T didn't write it down for me because I just found out this morning that he was coming on. So T just been so busy. You know, we really haven't had a chance to talk. They've been working her like a Hebrew slave. And so just tune in tomorrow. Bring a pen and a pad. You might want to take notes, so be ready. Y'all have a blessed and safe day, and I'll holler tomorrow. Peace.